invite Catherine Daly to join me on the stage. The address for the class of 2009 presented today by Kat. This spring I had invited Kat to attend the Maine Principals Association banquet where principals from across the state were bringing an honored student for luncheon. She was less than thrilled. Spending a Saturday with her high school principal was not Kat's idea of fun. When I informed her that we would be riding with the principal of a neighboring school and their student, her enthusiasm waned even further. And then when I told her that we had a 3-hour drive to Bangor, Maine for an hour luncheon, and then we had to turn around and drive 3 hours more, she was not thrilled. Kat is one of those students possessing multiple talents. She's an outstanding scholar, a gifted artist, and a talented thespian. In the fall, she will be attending the University of Maine at Orono, where she will study chemical engineering. Her valedictory address today will be in the form of a dramatic presentation. Kat.
Hi. I'm not really good with microphones, sorry. So, they told me to write a speech, and I didn't really want to give a speech. People think of valedictorians, you think that they're good at everything, and I found out doing the NHS ceremony the other night, I'm actually really bad at speeches. So I told quite a few of them something to the effect of I was moving to Australia this week, and yeah, here I am. They also told me that graduation and moments like this are a once-in-a-lifetime thing. They dumped a whole lot of metaphors about shining on me. I felt like they dumped a whole lot of pressure. I was told speaking here was an opportunity and a great honor, which I understand, but I see it as more of a problem. I can't do speeches. So I'm taking the best of what I learned at Trape Academy and I'm putting it to use. The best way to deal with a problem, I've learned, is to walk away from it. And look at it from a different angle. Perspective is key. They kept referring to this as a speech, but it's not a speech. It's a performance. It's a conversation. It was the most important thing I could think of to pass on, to pass down, to share. It changes everything. It can inspire. It can even be a topic, you know, like, let's put some perspective on this. It's not funny, don't laugh. For me, it's my way to deal with problems. It's a different way to cope. I can't do speeches, so I came up with a different way to do it. I'm doing theater right now. I can't stand behind that podium and not feel caged and not feel trapped. I feel like the things that I have to say won't reach you. The podium gets in the way. But out here, I can move freely. I could sit down. I can sit down and talk to you. Perspective. The best example I have of this phenomenon is, well, it takes place in the basement, or what tourists know as the science wing at Trape Academy. It's also the basement. Sophomore year here, we dissect frogs, and you either like it or you hate it. And you don't have to be the one to open the frog. But I was one of those kids that didn't even want to be in the room. And to her credit, Mrs. Getchell gave me a pep talk that made me appreciate it in a way I hadn't thought of. She made me see the frog as art. It was a dead frog. But it was perfectly proportioned. Smelly, yeah, but beautifully handcrafted, like clockwork, or an old wooden sailboat. Art. And that's how I learned how to deal with problems, by refusing to see what was problematic. Her class was much easier after that. Perspective. This idea means the difference between a good day or a bad day, or a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day. It can cause or cure arguments, depending on how much or how little you have. And I must admit, I should have had a little more at home. I could only see things from my point of view, and it got me grounded quite a few times. But parents have their reasons, and they do the best that they can for us. Perspective. It's something that once you get a handle on, you take with you. It shows that you've grown as a person, and it allows you to continue growing. I know a lot of us have been doing this growing phenomena since we reached Shape Academy. And I know some of us are still trying to make some last-minute progress. Yeah. But I know all of us, have gained some new bit of perspective throughout our 4 years here. And that's why we're here. It allows us to move forward. Now raise your hands. How many of you guys have seen The Dead Poets Society? It's a movie. It's fantastic. Some of you. I can't believe some of my seniors haven't seen it. That's a necessity. Guys, go home and watch it in that hour we have before we have to come back here. Weird. You can get a lot of perspective simply by standing up. You don't have to stand up to someone. And you don't even have to stand up for yourself. You just need to stand. You need a volunteer for this. How about... Oh, no volunteers? Well, how about my whole senior class? Guys, do me a favor, stand up. Some of you know what this is. Don't oh captain my captain me. That's silly. But the people that you've looked up to for 17, 18, maybe 19 years for some of you, they're looking up to you now. If only because you're taller. But if I stand up on this chair, most of you look up to me, except for maybe Kyle Kennedy. The point is, it's not about how things look. It's about how you see them. You guys can sit down now if you want. No problem, guys. Yeah. It's about how you see them. With a little bit of perspective, we not only see further, but we understand deeper. We grow. Heart and soul.